I'm cold. Hi, cold. I'm Andrew. Ha. 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 Very funny. What was your name again? Andrew It's rainy outside. I don't want to build a castle. These light bulbs in my room put out like a total of 2 candles worth of light. I'm gonna have to get some new ones if I want to ever see anything. Well, that's too high. That's just ghostly. Alright, so we're going to establish the major powers at play here. So, let's draw the trench as I see it. It kind of is a smiley shape. So there we go, that's the trench. That's the no man's land area that no one owns. Now, up to well, actually, let's change that. This patch of land right here, this little square, is mine. Let's look at a color. There we go. That is my own, my precious. And then back here is all houses. Now up there, up north, I don't actually know if it's north, but it's up on my map, so it's north. Up north we've got, they're planning to build a movie theater, so we'll call that capitalist / Disney zone, and we're gonna have to be careful about those, because they're probably gonna want to buy this up next to build, I don't know, a power plant or something. So they're a big threat, major threat, not an ally, so we'll put a little X by them for not an ally. Now down in the corner here, somewhere in my neighborhood, there's a creepy guy who shoots people's cats if they're wandering around on his property. So I'll call this guy Psychopath, because he doesn't care about happiness. He hates happiness. He's just a very scary guy who shoots people's cats. So that's Psychopath. He's definitely not an ally. No, not him. So Psychopath, we've got 2 non-allies. Now the rest of these houses are mostly fine. I'll color them light blue, and that's just U.S. government. That's United States land. There's good upstanding citizens, and there's no reason to worry about any of that. That's all safety. This right here is a special sovereign territory of mine that citizens of my land are allowed to cross across. So we've got some arrows showing that there's open borders between these 2 places. Okay, now let's move on. Now, neighbors have spotted wild boars, of all things, in our neighborhood. So they could be anywhere, but mostly they're gonna be over here. Boars, and then there's been rumors about bears. I may or may not have started them, but there could be bears. I know there's been cows. So that's a lot of mammalian life over there. I can probably trust the USA stuff and the boars, the bears, and the cows So that's fairly good. This whole area up here is high risk. It's just homeless people. So many, probably a homeless camp somewhere, and it's high risk people. We can't trust them. They could murder us. They definitely shouldn't have rights, because if someone doesn't have a home, oh dear, they must be terrible. So homeless people is a big deal. That's a big X from me. No alliances with the homeless people. Never, ever. Now, there's probably a homeless camp somewhere up there. So that's bad. Now over here is it's nature. That's what it is, nature. So we've got nature. Nature is my ally. I established that from the very beginning. Nature is my friend. Alright, so there we have it. Now, last of all, the biggest, greatest threat to ever plague me is the spiders. The spiders are in my castle. Now, let's look. So we'll make the spider territory. We'll make it white to show their seemingly harmlessness, but true evil inside. That's not white. That's black. So the spiders could be anywhere. So spiders are a real wild card here. They could be help. They could provide me with potions and medicines that could somehow help me in my castle building journey. But overall, they're risk. They could kill me. So let's go over our final list of our major powers. First of all, we have my area, which is safe and can be easily immigrated between my area and this sovereign nation known as my house. Now, over here we have U.S. government soil, which we are on friendly terms with. The IRS, not so much, but that's a topic for another day. Psychopath. Definitely not. He murders cats. He could murder me as well. It's easy to make a mistake between the two. Nature is my friend. Nature will always be my friend, and I have never claimed nature isn't my friend. And that's a fact. Well, boars, bears, and cows. Bears? No bears. But the boars and the cows, I trust them. But bears? Never. Never bears. Trench? It's a neutral territory. It's good for scavenging, so that's no worries with me. Homeless people, highly dangerous. Stay away. Never go here. Capitalist Disney, not a threat for the moment, but just like communist Russia, it could be an issue later on, and it did become an issue later on. And so in the end, I feel like this could be an issue. They could move down and try to get me by buying up this territory here, which is bad. I'll never sell this to them. And then here's the homeless camp. This is Skull and Crossbones. Never go there. Ever. Ever, ever, ever. It is Nightmare Zone. Death 100 billion times. It is where you go to die. I'm fairly sure it's where, who's someone bad? I'm fairly sure Clive Palmer came from that homeless camp. Clive Palmer. The man himself. So overall, here's our wonderful map of, the trench and the major political powers at play. I could attempt to make a alliance, a United Nations type deal with nature, with the boars and the cows, with the USA, and with the capitalists. Maybe it would be risky, but possible. So that's it. So that was it for today. I'll see you again, and don't forget, build.